home plate and for playing our national anthem.
Live tour recording.
Welcome everyone to tonight's softball game. South Summit Wildcats versus Lomond Scots. Let's start with the national anthem. All right, love that beautiful rendition of that great song in this great country. Speaking of which, this great country, we got a great softball game going on tonight. The South Summit Wildcats versus the Lomond Scots. South Summit comes into this game at 5-5, hot off two big wins. One from Grantsville the end of last week, which they haven't beat Grantsville since they started playing them, so it was a very big win for South Summit. And then on Monday, they took down Wasatch. So South Summit's playing pretty well right now. Lomond's coming in with an 0-5 record. They're looking for their first win. One thing Lomond's got going for them is last time we played Lomond last April. It was a tie ball game to the very last inning, and South Summit pulled ahead with a 2-run win. So Lomond's looking for their first win. They're ready to go. On South Summit's side, defensively, it looks like we got Adri Fitzgerald pitching tonight. Brimley Stapleton behind the plate. Emma Broadbent at first base. Mariah Bowen at second base. Brooklyn Peacock over at shortstop. Tashlin Louder at third base. Aaliyah Ace at right field. Looks like Malia Olson in center. And Javian Clegg over at left field. South Summit's going to switch it up a little bit. They'll actually bat a designated player, Maddie Allen, in at the number 9 spot. For the Scots, have center fielders going to be Flores. Their left fielder is Gallegos. Their right fielder is Ritchie. Pitching for the Scots tonight will be Huff. Catching is Araguan. Over at first base is Gonzalez. Second base Aviles. Third base Phillips. And shortstop is Jensen. Got two great umpires here at this wonderful game tonight. I can tell you that because I used to umpire with them. Two of the best in the business. It's a beautiful, beautiful day. We thought it was not going to be so pretty with all the snow we got yesterday, but this turf field has melted very nicely. The sun's out. People have their shadows going long here. It's got to be around 43, 44 degrees. Wind is blowing in. It's going to be tough to hit some long shots, but we're about to get underway here as Adri Fitzgerald takes them out. First pitch, a little inside, ball 1. This is Adri's second start of the year, I believe. She won her first game. And she throws that one in first. Called strike 1. Flores up to bat, the center fielder. Looks like she was taken until she saw something she liked. Now she's ready to go. That one's just a little inside. 2 balls and 1 strike. On deck for the Scots is Aviles.
I got to the point that it said connected no return. Right.
Pitch from Fitzgerald is swung on, strike 2. And here's the pitch. Oh, she's going to hit Flores in the left kneecap, it looked like. That one can't feel good. But the Scots start off with the base runner, just what they want. It doesn't matter to them how they get there. See what kind of speed she has on the base. Usually when you're batting number one, you have some speed.
Quality streaks, it's about 10 megabytes.
Wildcats have a great catcher back there, so it'll be tough to challenge her, as Stapleton has a 1,000 perfect fielding percentage so far on the season. And here's the first pitch over to Aviles, up high for ball one. She squared up like she was going to bunt it, or slap it, or something.
Well, I mean,
We'll see if the Wildcat infield comes crashing in a little bit here. The 1-0 pitch. Swung on. It's a little blooper base hit right past Bowen. It's going to send Aviles to first, and Flores takes third base with no outs. The Scots are threatening early with base runners.
Now batting number 1, Jensen.
Up next for the Scots will be Dorothy Jensen, the shortstop. You know she's got a good swing if she's batting in the 3-hole.
they didn't listen to me when we designed the module at the high school.
So the Wildcat defense has a little challenge right here ahead of them. Let's see what they can do as the pitch comes from Fitzgerald. Jensen squares up the bunt but pulls it back and takes call. Strike one.
Does anyone within the sound of our voice?
There's the pitch from Fitzgerald. Down low, ball one.
John, just what the next home game is.
And that ball is pitched. Ooh, it looked like a good pitch. I think it was a little outside. So 2 balls, 1 strike. Fitzgerald digging herself into a little hole here. It's tough to throw a number 3 hitter something right over the plates. Trying to hit her edges, and she does there. Just nails the inside corner. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Jensen getting some last-minute instructions from her coach. Steps up into the box. Swung on and missed for strike 3. So the Wildcats record their first out of the inning.
Now batting
Couldn't be
for the
more
Scots,
timely
number
with a runner on
33,
third base and a
Fairlane.
runner on first. That'll bring up the catcher, Ofa Aragon. Wildcats looking to turn 2 here and get out of this inning without any damage. Here's the pitch from Fitzgerald. And it swung on, little high fly ball over the shortstop. Brooklyn Peacock makes the out easily. Wildcats record the second out of the inning.
Now batting number 14, Phillips.
Up next will be the third baseman, Jaslyn Phillips, number 14. With 2 outs here, she's looking to get an RBI on her scorecard. Swung on, ground ball foul, left of the third base as Tasha Lowder goes to chase that one down. Strike 1. Phillips awaits the pitch. Swung on, hard line drive. That's going to be damaged as it just bounces under the mid of Javian Clegg to the fence. 1 run comes across. The runner from first advances to third base, and Phillips is in there with a stand-up double, putting the Scots on the board, up 1-0 here in the top of the first inning.
Now batting for the Scots, number 15, Gonzalez. Apologize, number 32, Gallegos.
Up next is going to be the left fielder, Ivy Gallegos. Another hard hit ball right to Brooklyn Peacock, 1 hopper, who throws her out over to Amber Broadbent for the record the final out of the inning. But not before the damage is done. The Scots pick up 1 as we move into the bottom of the first inning.
Mariah Bowen.
All right, here we go to start the bottom of the first inning. Wildcats will start off with their top hitter of the season so far, Mariah Bowen, batting .500. That's pretty impressive. On the mound for the Scots is Aaliyah Huff. Here comes the first pitch. Mariah takes it for ball one. On deck for the Wildcats, catcher Brinley Stapleton. Focused in on the pitcher. That's what you want your on-deck batter to do. Here comes the second pitch from Huff. Swung on, hard hit ball right past the shortstop to the fence. Bowen's going to turn, try and take two. She'll be in there easily to lead off with a stand-up double. Well, Bowen continues being a hot hitter.
Now batting.
Now she's
number
batting
6,
over
Brinley
500.
Stapleton.
Up next will be number 6, catcher Brinley Stapleton. Stapleton having an outstanding season behind the plate there as a catcher, as she has a perfect fielding percentage. As a batter, she's hitting .389 on the season as she awaits her first pitch from Huff. Up high, over, wild pitch, over the catcher's head. Nothing she could do about that, and Bowen walks over to third base.
Yeah, it's on.
So the Wildcats have their tying run went where they want them with no outs here in the bottom of the first inning. Here's the pitch. Up high, ball two, pass ball. Bowen stays with 0 outs. I'd keep Bowen there at third base and not chance anything myself. Good call by her father, Coach Bowen, standing over there at the third base line. Over at the first base coaching box, we have Chad Reedhead. A lot of love to our South Summit softball coaches. And that one's a fly ball to the shortstop. Makes the play for the first out of the inning. Bowen can't do anything but freeze on the bag.
Now batting number 4.
That'll bring up number 4, the
Peacock.
shortstop, Brooklyn Peacock. Brooklyn had a big game against Wasatch with a home run last time. She's batting .421 on the season and leads the team in home runs. Here's the pitch from Huff. Up high, ball one. Peacock awaits. Up high, ball two. We have to assume if there's another pass ball with 1 out now, coach is going to send Mariah Bowen crashing home. Huff delivers. That's a pass ball. Here comes Bowen crashing home, and she's safe to tie up the ball game. 1-1. That ball was pitched behind Peacock. Bounced off the backstop pretty hard, but Bowen got in there with plenty of time. So Peacock now has a nice count for herself, 3-0. I guarantee coach is giving her the swing if she sees something she likes. Oh, it looks like it's a take. Some people up here know more than I do. Oh, that's ball 4 in the dirt.
We'll never know.
And Peacock will take first base.
Batting cleanup for the Wildcats. Number 24, Emma Broadbent.
Up next, the first baseman, Emma Broadbent. Emma also had a home run in the last game against Wasatch. And Emma is batting .421 on the season. She takes ball 1 up high. Speedy Peacock is on first base. We'll see what happens there. She does have 5 stolen bases on the season so far. Here's the pitch. So outside in the dirt, pass ball, wild pitch. And Peacock easily takes second base. Sorry, that's a wild pitch, not a pass ball. Huff struggling a little bit here to find the zone here in the first inning. That one's also down in the dirt. Good block there by Aragon, the catcher. Holds Peacock at second base. So we have another 3-0 count. We'll assume Broadbent's taking this pitch. And why should I assume? As she swings, strike one. It's the last time I listen to anyone up here.
That's fair. That's fair. I bet you that's not.
All right, we got a 3-1 count. On that pitch, though, Peacock was able to easily walk into third base, and she's waiting for Emma to send her home. That ball's up high, ball 4. Wildcats now with runners on the corners.
Now batting, number
Up
7,
next
Malia
will be
Olsen.
Malia Olsen, the center fielder.
So you don't get
Malia batting 457 so far on the year.
advance, third base can only go if it's otherwise full. Yep, yeah.
Has to be a force.
Okay.
Tie ball game 1-1. Malia looking to change that. She awaits the pitch from Huff. Puts it down for a bunt. Oh, and there's a pass ball thrown back to try and pick Peacock off the third base, but gets in the outfield, and Peacock will walk home, and Broadbent will walk to second base. As the Wildcats take the lead, 2-1, here in the bottom of the first inning. Olsen awaits, looking at Broadbent, wants to trade places with her. Swing, big swing for a strike. So no balls, 2 strikes. Huff finally found herself a nice count that she likes. See if she throws Olsen something filthy here. Here's the pitch. Bounces in the dirt for ball 1. There's ball 2. That one gets by the catcher. Another wild pitch. And Broadbent easily walks over to the third base. 2-2 count here for Olsen. Up high. Olsen has to duck. That one gets by the catcher. Takes out, I believe his name is Mike Levitt's umpire hand. He's shaking it off. That can't feel very good. As the coach tries to give him a little bit of time to recuperate. Calls a timeout. Goes to talk to her pitcher. That's got to sting a little bit when a close to 50-mile-per-hour pitch hits you in your bare hand. But he's a tough guy. He'll figure it out.
I've got a thing that I'm probably going to do soon. It's for physics really, but it's also a pet project. I'm going to buy, the prices keeps going up, so I decided to buy water assessments. But I'm thinking, the last big estimation I had for me was $3,500 for a camera. But it's not for this, it'll come here. But it's for a decent
South Summit is 4-0 against Ben Lomond all time.
80 times slow.
Looking to continue that streak.
And
Doing their best to complete that task here in the first inning as they've jumped up on a 2-run lead.
That's cool. And then I have real data to work with. But school's never going to buy me.
All right, back to softball as Huff takes the mound. Here's the pitch. Up high, ball 4. And the speedy Malia Olsen will take first base. I'll be looking for her to run here.
Now
That'll bring
batting,
up
number 5,
Number
Adri
5,
Fitzgerald.
Adri Fitzgerald. Adri is pitching. Adri swings hard at the first one. Line drive just past the third baseman. It's a fair ball. Broadbent will come home. Olson from first base will get all the way home. And it looks like Fitzgerald standing in there with a stand-up double. Great hit down the line. Fitzgerald batting 243 on the season. That'll help her average out a little bit. Help her own cause, too. As the Wildcats now up 4-1. Oh, man, I think it's 5-1.
No.
No?
Because you still got one on. You got one on, one out. One on, one out. So you got 1, 2, 3.
Ball
six,
one.
One on. So yeah.
Looks like that's Aaliyah Ace up to bat, the right fielder. Aaliyah batting .405 on the season.
Is that
Some
Aaliyah?
pretty high batting averages from these Wildcats.
Is that Aaliyah or Brittany? She's wearing a 2. That says 2.
Ace.
Okay. Ace says 7.
Batting
There's
second.
the pitch, down in the dirt, pass ball. That'll send Fitzgerald over to
I have
Third
no
base.
chance of recognizing what the helmet's on.
Batting.
Okay, that doesn't make sense now.
swung on and missed. Strike one. 3-0 count. Coach Bowen giving them the swing sign. If they like it, go for it. Could be the best pitch you see. As Huff delivers. Inside. Ball 4. So Aaliyah having a hard time. Aaliyah, the pitcher that is, having a hard time finding the strike zone here in this first inning. It's a couple walks.
I missed this one.
That'll bring up Tosh Little Louder, the third baseman, with runners on the corners. Up high, ball 1. Matty Allen, designated player on deck. Ace has some speed. We'll see if Coach Bowen sends her from first to second with a runner standing over there on third with one out. Here's the pitch. There goes Ace, just like I suspected. She's going to stand up on second as that ball gets by the catcher. Ball 2. So, Louder pick up 2 quick RBIs with the swing of a bat right here. She's got a 2-0 count in her favor. Here's the pitch. Up high, pass ball, ball 3. The runners stay. It's a very short backstop here at this Wildcat turf field. Tough for runners to get home. Got to have a good jump on a pass ball, that's for sure. That's going to be ball 4. That one rolls down the middle.
Now batting number 16, Matty Allen.
And that'll bring up Matty Allen
Just because it's feeling not great, what's the
as the Scots infield talks over with their pitcher.
And
So one knows what to do here with one out.
15 after 3, I think 10 after 5.
Allen awaits. It's up high for ball 1.
We make it. Actually, 3.
Yeah. I'm just seeing a lot of balls.
Similar last year when we played them every day.
Here's the pitch, up high, ball 2.
It's hard to do because when it happens, consistently get battles on itself. Right?
Huff looks like she's getting a little frustrated out there with her body motion.
Frustrating. And
She's feeling a little uncomfortable throwing all these balls. Trying to find that zone.
And it works with.
And that one's down low for ball 3.
Yeah.
She got off on a bad foot, and now every pitch is just off enough.
Here's the pitch behind Maddie Allen. It's going to be ball 4. That'll force a runner home. Put the Wildcats up by 4. As we are now at a 5-1 ball game here in the bottom of the first inning.
Number 3, Mariah Bowen.
Batted through the lineup. So up next will be the second baseman, Bowen. Started off with a double to the fence in her first at bat. Here comes the pitch up high. Ball 1. Scott still only have 1 out. Ball 2. Bowen awaits, big swing. That ball's going to probably drop in front of the center fielder. It does. That's going to be a base hit. It'll score 1 run. Keep the bases loaded. As Allen,
Wildcats, number 6,
almost
Whitley
getting thrown
Stapleton.
out to second base there. We're trying to wait to see if that ball's going to hit the ground or not. Almost got forced out, but she made it. She's safe. Bases loaded now with the catcher, Brinley Stapleton, up to bat. That's inside, down in the dirt, ball 1. Huff with the delivery. Down in the dirt, ball 2.
There's your number, she's not that far away. Some of them she is that far away.
Stapleton awaits. And here's the pitch. Oh, that one right over the middle. Strike 1. It's up high for ball 3. So 3 balls, 1 strike, 1 out, bases loaded, 6-1 ball game. Here in the bottom of the first inning. Stapleton wants something over the zone. She wants to swing that bat. And that's up high for ball 4. So Huff will walk in another run. That one's louder that crosses the plate.
Now batting number 4, Brooklyn Peacock.
This will be the second visit from the coach out to the mound, so we're looking for a pitcher change here. We'll be back in a moment. pitching
number 4, Brooklyn
change
Peacock.
for the Scots. Bree Alvarado comes in and takes the mound. Down 7-1 with the bases loaded, 1 out. Tough situation to walk into facing the Wildcats, one of their strongest hitters, number 4, Brooklyn Peacock. Brooklyn went 2 for 5 against Wasatch this week earlier with 2 runs and 2 RBIs. She could add on to those numbers right here, and she does with the big swing. Oh, what a defensive play as that ball deflects off the third baseman's glove off a line drive, and the shortstop, Dorothy Jensen, dives and makes the catch. We'll
Next
call
up,
that a
number
assist
24,
from
Emma
Phillips.
Broadbent.
Brooklyn Peacock with a great swing. Just bad luck there where that ball ended up. That'll bring up Emma Broadbent, who went 4 for 5 against Wasatch earlier this week. She's got the bases loaded with 2 outs. That ball is up high for ball 1.
Disregarding variety 5-6 put out right there, wasn't it? Is that what he hit third baseman?
Yeah.
Yep.
There's a ground ball in between the shortstop and the second base area. 2 runs are going to score. That ball comes flying home, and Stapleton has to stay at second base, but Broadbent, adding to the damage here in the first inning, puts the Wildcats up 9-1 with a big swing. 2 RBIs on that one. That'll bring up the number 5 hitter, center fielder, Malia Olsen. Awaits the pitch from Alvarado. Just a little low. Ball 1. There's the pitch. Down low in the dirt. Ball 2.
She's the only one that hit a home run here so far.
Is that William?
Olsen awaits. Same spot, down in the dirt. This one gets by the catcher, so both runners will advance. That ball gets by the pitcher. The Scots were lucky the Wildcats didn't see that. Take advantage.
10 of that circus, right?
Olsen has a nice hitter count, 3-0. Still the only person to hit, Wildcat to hit a home run here on this field in 2 years. That's a big cut. 3 balls, 1 strike. Here's the pitch. Swung on. It's going to get past the second baseman. Nice hard hit ground ball right to the right fielder. That'll score 2 runs as both Stapleton and Broadbent come across. And Olsen has 2 more RBIs for her season. That'll bring up Adri Fitzgerald, who had a hard hit to the left field to start off her first at bat this game. 11-1. That ball's going to hit Adri right in the leg. She doesn't move an inch. Doesn't bother her. She's a Fitzgerald. She's tough.
Now batting number 2, Aaliyah Ace.
It's in the Fitzgerald blood. Been watching that for years. Now batting, Aaliyah Ace, the right fielder. With 2 runners on, ball in the dirt, takes ball 1. We're going to have a speed-up runner for the pitcher, Fitzgerald. Let's see who that is.
Noelia
That's Noelia
Blanco.
Blanco. On first base. Ace awaits. Up high, ball 2. Up high, ball 3. Ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. 11-1 ball game here in the first inning. Scott's pitching struggling a little bit for sure. There's a nice pitch, swung on, foul ball. Puts Ace in the 2-2 count. As Alvarado tries to work her team out of this inning. She delivers. Swung on, it's a little blooper over the second baseman's head towards the right fielder. It's going to get by the right fielder. That'll put up Olsen over to third base. Noella running for
Now
Fitzgerald
batting
over at
12,
second base.
Toshlin Louder.
And Ace over at first. Now Toshlin Louder, the third baseman, up to bat. Oh, we called something. Somehow Fitch...
Oh, he probably jumped off it on purpose.
Oh yeah, that's what happened. Olsen was told to take a lead on third base before the pitcher pitched to end the inning. Pretty classy there by Coach Bowen. That'll bring the Wildcat defense back on the field here in the 11-1 ball game as we start the second inning. We'll take a break. All right,
Batting
as we
for the
start
Scots,
the
number
second
15,
inning, the
Gonzalez.
Scots will send Aaliyah Gonzalez, the first baseman, to the plate for the first time. Her team down by 10 runs. Scots have their work cut out for them if they want to get back into this game. Wildcats playing with some swagger out there, coming off those last 2 big wins. There's the first pitch from Fitzgerald. Start the second inning for ball 1. Up high, ball 2. It's been at least 20-something minutes since Adria threw her last pitch, so she's going to have to get herself back into this game. There it is, called ball 3. Getting closer. Big help there from Ben Lomond Scots as Fitzgerald throws one high at the helmet, and Gonzalez swings a line drive over to Emma Broadbent.
Now batting number 17, Alvarado.
Catches that to make the first out of the inning. That'll bring up the pitcher, Bree Alvarado. And the first pitch, ball 1. Ball 2. Fitzgerald just throwing him a little high. Just got to work that ball down into the zone. She did there. Little blooper roller down to the pitcher who tags out. Great heads-up play from Fitzgerald. Tags out Alvarado running down the baseline. all that PFP plays off at the pitcher fielding practice.
Now
Got a
batting
ball,
number
loose ball into the
18,
field
Richie.
here. Looks like the Scots are warming up a pitcher in the outfield that got by him.
What's that sort of ball coming in?
They'll bring up Brookley Ritchie, number 18, the right fielder for the Scots. Here with 2 outs in the second inning. Ball 1. Boy, Stapleton does a great job back there behind the plate. Not much gets by her. That one's going to hit the batter. Ritchie right in the left foot. As she takes first base, kind of hobbles away down there. It's got to sting a little bit as she tries to walk that one off.
Now batting number 4, Flores.
That'll bring the Lomond Scots up to the top of their order. Anaheim Flores, the center fielder, steps up to the plate with a runner on first base and 2 outs. Up high, ball 1.
For the next in-between, so.
That one's just right at the letters for strike 1, called. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 outs. Here comes the pitch from Fitzgerald. It's a foul ball, strike 2. Flores making contact, just a little late on that one.
I got a feeling like a piece.
And there's a pop-up at foul territory. Emma Broadbent runs over to the coacher's box and makes the play for the final out here at the top of the second inning. We'll be back in a moment.
Go ahead.
All right, welcome back to this softball game as Tasha Louder's going to step back into the box. She was in the box when we got the last out of the inning, but that was just Malie Olson leaving early because her coach told her to do so. So Tosh gets a fresh start right
Now
here.
batting for the Wildcats, number 12, Toshlin Louder.
Looks like Alvarado's still pitching for the Scots.
Don't miss it. We missed it. It's
11-1
fine.
ball game.
She got that last thing.
Up high, ball 1.
She'll be happy.
Down in the dirt, ball 2.
For this next guy.
We could always play YMCA or Sweet.
Oh, look at that. The Wildcats have their banners hanging up in the outfield. That looks really nice out there. As Louder takes strike 1. 2010 state runner-up, 2015 state champions, 2017 state champions, 2022 state runner-up. Looks like some region championships with years over there on the other side. I'm not young enough to read that anymore. 2 balls, 2 strikes here to Louder. Takes ball. Ooh. He called her out there on strike 3.
Now batting number 16, Maddie Allen.
I wouldn't have swung at that one either.
No kid.
All right, that brings up designated player Maddie Allen. She takes the first one in low in the dirt, ball 1.
That's a good song.
Big cut there by Allen. Swing and a miss. Bowen awaits on deck. Allen takes another big cut. Strike 2. So, Alvarado finding the strike zone a little bit better here in this inning. There's a hard hit ball just past the outreach hands of the second baseman. Allen's going to be able to take 2 as that ball goes to the fence between the right fielder and the center fielder. And the Wildcats have a base runner at second base here with 1 out.
Next up for the Wildcats, number 3, Mariah Bowen.
Mariah Bowen up to bat. Awaits the pitch from Bree Alvarado. Hard hit ball, almost hits the umpire as it gets in between the third baseman and the shortstop. And Mariah's going to trot over to second base as the third baseman bobbles that throw from the outfield a little bit. Heads up base
Now
runner
batting number 6,
from
Brinley Stapleton.
Now we got Allen on third, Bowen on second with 1 out, bringing up the catcher Brinley Stapleton to the plate. Brinley, another one of South Summit's great athletes. Tell you what, if she played football, she'd probably be the quarterback. Remember watching her in the Powder Puff game, and she could throw that ball with touch and accuracy. That's going to be up high for ball 2. She takes ball 3.
Oh, that's right, that ended with some,
A little bit of controversy,
I'm trying to remember.
Jamie Freeman was very obviously
No, she's going to take one down in the dirt, ball 4. As Brinley takes 4 straight pitches. Puts her on first base.
Brooklyn Peacock.
That'll put up the shortstop, number 3 hitter, Brooklyn Peacock. That ball's up a little high, ball 1. I'm going to have to start taking stats of what's going on in the current game. Pretty sure she's been on base both times. There's a little chopper ground ball to the third baseman, force play at home base. They get that sure out. Good heads-up play from the third baseman of the Scots.
Now
That would
batting
be
number
Jasmine
24,
Phillips.
Emma Broadbent.
Get that force out at home plate, not allow another run to score for the Wildcats. That'll bring up Emma Broadbent, number 4 hitter. We got somebody, we're going to do a speed up runner, I believe, for Stapleton, the catcher.
Shelby Pierce running.
Kelby Pierce is the speed up runner. She takes second base. Emma awaits her pitch. That's going to be past the catcher. Good hustle to go get that ball. Emma takes ball 1. Big swing from Broadbent with the bases loaded. Goes back to the warning track. 1 hops to the fence. 1 run scores. 2 run scores. And Peacock stops over there at third base as she caught up with the runner at second base. That's how fast Brooklyn Peacock is. And Emma's in there with a stand-up double. Powerful line drive
Now
hit.
batting number 7,
Straight to the fence.
Malia Olson.
That'll bring up the number 5 hitter, Malia Olson. With runners on second and third base. Here with 2 outs. Alvarado pitches. It's going to get by her. Hit by the catcher, Aragon. Ball 1. Catcher almost got hit there on Malia Olson's practice swing. Got to pay attention. I've been hit in the face with the baseball bat. It doesn't feel very good. There's a little ground ball over the first base side, and Malia Olson's speed is going to fly through that as the Scots make an error. The first baseman throws it over to her second baseman, who was heading over that way, which would have been Leah Alviles, but couldn't make the catch. Now Malia's standing on second base. 14-1 now lead from the South Summit Wildcats. Up to bat is Fitzgerald. He takes ball 1. Ball 2. Ball through. All 3 pitches, a little high for Fitzgerald. We'll see if she has the green light here with 2 outs. 3-0 count. Alvarado wants to find something over the zone. There it is, and it's a big swing. It's a pop-up, though, to the shortstop, Dorothy Jensen, who makes the play. And the Scots get out of there with minimal damage as the Wildcats leave 2 stranded, but they put up 3 more runs here in the bottom of the second inning. get started the third inning here
Leading off for
this
the
beautiful
Scots,
day at
number
South
6,
Summit.
Avile.
March 27th. So 43-degree weather is about normal this time of year, but it's nice to have the sun out in a clear field. Fitzgerald's going to deliver to Aviles, the second baseman, throws ball 1 to start inning number 3. That's going to be a foul ball. Good cut there by Leah, the second baseman. Strike 1. Waiting on deck is the shortstop, Dorothy Jensen. He's made a couple great plays so far here in this infield. A little outside, ball 2. Fitzgerald gets the sign. She delivers. Swung on and missed. Strike 2.
Do you think you can get takedown? Don't got me. I've got it kind of major head up.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
I just need to say that. I mean, you come get it.
So, if you just get
There's a
back
ground
to
ball
your
right back to the pitcher, Fitzgerald, who quickly makes the play over to the first baseman, Broadbent, records the first out of the inning.
That's fine, and that's just because I can't come into the building.
Now batting number 1, Jensen.
Up next will be the shortstop, Dorothy Jensen.
Because we won't rock out.
Don't need to worry about JD. I'll just stay though. If we're not going to record JD, I'll stay.
Oh, that ball is going to hit Jensen
This is most likely
right in the left thigh.
I would guess.
That one stung me a little bit. As she limps down to first base,
But
the limp gets worse the further she goes.
Nah, I'm here to support the girls too.
well, yeah, but they'll be all right.
Um,
That will bring up the catcher, Opa Aragon,
kind of important.
It is.
who's been working hard back there for the Scots behind the plate.
Now batting number 33, Erwin.
Still got time out in the field as Jensen's trying to shake that one off. It's stinging her pretty bad. But as the Scots star shortstop, they need her to stay in the game. Here she comes back to the bag. All right, now we're going to get back this ball. Fitzgerald delivers. Up high for ball 1. That's a foul ball out of play as it goes into the net. Both Stapleton and Broadbent crashing towards it. One ball, 1 strike. 1 out. 14-1 ball game here in the top of the 3rd inning.
What should we go next? Well, let's go.
Another foul ball into the net. 2 strikes now on the catcher, Aragon. South Summit was supposed to have a baseball game here today, but unfortunately we don't have our turf baseball field yet. It's coming within the next 2 years. Oh, a hard hit ball down the third base line off Louder's glove. It's going to be a fair ball as the runner comes into third base. That would be Jensen. Slides in safely, and Aragon with a stand-up double puts her Scots in scoring position here with 1 out.
Now batting number 14, Phillips.
Up next for the Scots will be number 14, Jaslyn Phillips, the 3rd baseman. Here's the pitch from Fitzgerald. Up high, ball 1. Swung on, hard hit ball, deep left field. That is going to be off the fence. It's going to score 2 runs. As Phillips with a big, big swing here for the Scots in the top of this 3rd inning. Very important for them as they want to continue to play more. And there is a 15-run limit at the 3rd inning. And the game would be over. Scots trying to extend their playing time. Starting to figure out the pitching of Fitzgerald a little bit with a couple hard hit balls to the left side. Now up will be the left fielder, Ivy Gallegos, who takes strike 1 up at the letters. There's the pitch, looks like called, strike 2. Fitzgerald hitting her spots on those 2 pitches right there. No balls, 2 strikes. Runner on second base, 1 out. And that's going to be foul ball as Gallegos gets a piece of that one. Runner has to head back to second base. Ooh, tries to throw the changeup. Just a little low. It was a pretty dirty pitch. I would have swung at it.
I would have, for sure.
And looked like a fool. That's why Gallegos is out there and I'm not. She's better than me. Another ball from Fitzgerald brings the count to 2-2.
That's it. I didn't do any athletics for teams.
There's a hard hit ball center field. Olsen takes a couple steps, makes the out. Runner can't go anywhere. Stuck on second base. As Gallegos lines out to the center fielder.
Number
for the
15,
second out of the inning.
Gonzalez.
That'll bring up the first baseman, Aaliyah Gonzalez. Well, we got a second here. Big shout out to Mr. Ken Stewart, our science teacher, who's in charge of Wildcat TV and puts in a lot of time and a lot of effort for all our sports programs so we can bring you these games either live or like this one, recorded, and we'll get it to you as soon as possible. Thank you, Mr. Stewart. Swing on and a miss from Gonzalez. No balls, 2 strikes. Down in the dirt. Swung on and missed, strike 3. So the Wildcats get out of that inning, not before they let up 2 runs. And the Scots leave 1 stranded on second base, 14-3 ball game as we go into the bottom of the 3rd inning. excited as we move into the bottom of the third inning here. Watch that throw down from the catcher, Alvarado. Brings up
Leading
Aaliyah
off for
Ace
the Wildcats,
to
number
the
2,
plate.
Aaliyah Ace.
Wildcats put up 4 runs. This game's over. And if they don't, we'll go on to the next inning. Scots are very aware of that. They'll try and play the best defense they can, I'm sure. Here comes the first pitch from Alvarado. Swung on, deep ball, right to the center fielder. Takes a couple steps back. Records the out number 1. That would be Anaheim Flores in center field. Good swing there from Ace.
Now batting Toshlin Louder.
They'll bring up the third baseman, Toshlin Louder, here with 1 out. Up high for ball 1.
Even if I have to take it with me out this, I'm coming over for a meeting at 6:30 game.
It's not a big deal.
Louder hits one off her own hands, which is part of the bat. It's going to be a foul ball. Looked like it hit off her hands.
Yeah.
Whatever it did, it stung her, that's for sure. One and one count. Down in the dirt. 2-1. Up high, ball 3. Louder in a hitter's count, looking for something she likes. If it's there in that spot, she's going to swing. Here's the pitch. It's up high, ball 4. That'll bring up the designated player, Matty Allen, to the
Now
plate.
batting number 16, Matty Allen.
Allen hits a hard line drive right to the third baseman, who tries to double up Louder. Almost gets her with that cross field throw. Louder back in the nick of time. Great hit by Allen, just in the wrong spot.
Now batting number 3, Mariah Bowen.
That'll get the Wildcats back to the top of their order, with Mariah Bowen stepping up to the plate. Big hit from Bowen's going to go right to the left fielder off one hop. Gets it into the infield like she's supposed to. Holds the runner just to one base. Good hit
Now
and a
batting
good
number
defensive
6,
play by that
Brittany
left fielder,
Stapleton.
Ivy Gallegos. That'll bring Stapleton up to the plate. Here with 2 outs and 2 runners on. Stapleton grounds one to third base. She bobbles it. She thinks about going to third, then second, and realizes I couldn't think. Just going to hold on to this. I just had to react on that one.
Wildcats, number 4,
And so that'll put
Brooklyn
the
Peacock.
bases loaded for the Wildcat number 3 hitter, Brooklyn Peacock, who has 5 home runs on the year and would love nothing more to hit one out here at her home field into the wind. Here's the pitch. It'll be ball 1. If Peacock were to be able to get a hold of one right here, it would be a walk-off grand slam. Not like I'm trying to will that into the universe or anything, but just saying.
I am. I'm a little chilly.
Peacock hits a line drive. It's going to bounce once to the left fielder. It's going to get 1 run across as the left fielder Gallegos doing a good job out there
There we go.
defensively, getting that ball back in, holding the Wildcats
Now batting
just
for
the 1 run.
Wildcats, number 24, Emma Broadbent.
Broadbent steps up to bat. The number 4 hitter already has a few RBIs on the night. Wanted to swing at that one, but she held back as it was just above the letters. Gonna do a speed up runner for Stapleton.
Yeah, well, sure, but she can,
She's got the power.
absolutely.
Who's the speed up for Stapleton, number 17?
It's Pierce.
Oh, Pierce, Kelby Pierce again. Speed up runner. Now standing on second base. Peacock on first. Bowen on third. Broadbent waiting at the plate for the pitch from Alvarado. Up high ball two. They tried to pick off
If you're,
Peacock at first.
so she can come in and get her equipment on.
Just speed up the game, so we don't have to wait as long between these. The pitcher and the catcher.
Just an attempt though. Peacock back with plenty of time. Broadbent takes ball threes. That one is way outside.
I think their pitcher just off front ball is so that she can hit.
Bases loaded. I might give the no swing signal here if I was Coach Bowen. Let's see if I am Coach Bowen. We'll never know, because that one was way high, ball four. Brings Mariah across the plate. Wildcats now within
Next up
2
for the
runs.
Wildcats, number 7,
of ending this
Malia
game.
Olson.
Let's go, Malia.
Alvarado takes a deep breath. Olson takes ball 1.
Hey, you're okay, buddy. I'm just making sure
Malia
you're
awaits the
okay.
pitch.
You okay?
It's going to be a ground ball to the second baseman.
That's okay.
Throws it over to
You're
first
fine.
base, who bobbles it, drops the ball, and that's going to be a walk-off error as the Wildcats win this ball game. 8-3.
Okay, I'll tell him you're on your way. Okay. Thanks, okay, bye.
Excuse me. Lost my voice there for a second.
Got choked up?
That'll be it. So the Wildcats take on the Scots 18-3. Ball game over here in the 3rd inning with the 15-run rule. Great job by that powerful offensive juggernauts of the Wildcats.
Congratulations to the
They have
Wildcats.
great batting averages when I was looking up the stats earlier. Now I know why.
There will be a
Great
JV
swings and
game
great discipline.
shortly following this
So
game.
we'll be over here. It looks like our next home game for South Summit will be at Altamont tomorrow at 3:30. Next home game will be against Ogden after spring break on the 9th of April.
Oh,
So it'll be a while before you hear me again. I'm sure you're not going to mind that. Wildcat TV, Jeremiah Fierro signing out.